Hi everyone, I'm Miss Sarah, and today I'm going to show you how you can make your own popsicle stick and Q-tip, bow, and arrow. The first thing you're going to want to do is get your popsicle stick and soak it in some water for at least 2 hours. And mine, at this point, has been soaking for at least 2 hours. You're going to get something that you can notch the ends of your stick with. I'm going to be using scissors. And I'm just going to go in a little bit close to the ends. And let's see. So you'll notice I've got one end a little bit notched. And let's notch that other end, and I'm going to try to get it in a place that is even with the other one I just did. Yeah, that looks about even to me. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing over on this end. So, about an even distance down. And it's up to you whether you just want to cut on in once or whether you want to do as I'm doing here and sort of cutting almost little itsy bitsy miniature triangles on in there. Either way, there are pluses and minuses. The itsy bitsy mini triangles mean that you are going to have a deeper notch than you can attach your string to, but it's also, if you aren't careful, going to make your entire bow weaker. So as you can see, I now have this ready to be shaped. Next step is we are going to take some rubber bands. Well, first I'm going to dump out this water, and we are going to attach this around the side to help shape it. You're going to get your circular object that has some sort of a curve, because the key is that you want it to harden in place to that curve. In my case, I'm using my mug. I am going to now line it up down here. Once it's dry, I can decorate it in any way I want. I can draw designs on it using pencil, pen, I can paint on it, and then I'm going to string it, which I will show you after mine has dried. You want to move relatively quickly so that your popsicle stick does not harden up, because once it hardens, it will no longer want to move into different shapes, which is great if you have it the way you want it, and not so great if you're still trying to get it in place. When using a mug, I found that it is easiest to do this underneath the handle, because then you have something for it to be braced against, and also you have access to the handle to wind your rubber bands around to tighten them as need be. And you may find that you need more than the 4 rubber bands that are in your kit, especially if you break one like I just did. And if that's the case, please just get some at home, or if you don't have any at home, come into the library, ask. We're happy to assist. Now, because I did not move quickly enough and maybe I pressed too hard, I've got a little splintering happening right here. That should be okay. The bow that you just saw me use, I actually broke off a portion of the bottom piece. It still works fine. So now I'm going to leave this to dry, and I will see you in another 4 hours or more. And I'm back. Hey guys, it has been over 4 hours. It has in fact been 24 hours since I first tied my popsicle stick to the mug to let it dry into the correct shape. It has now been a day, and I have just removed it, and you'll notice that it is now a nice curved bow shape, and you can still see my notches. My next step is to get 14 inches of either some sort of string, or some embroidery floss, or even dental floss. In my case, and in your case, if you picked up a summer reading packet, you have string. So all we're going to do now is tie the string around one end here, and then tie it around the other end at the bottom. And one thing we do want to be sure that we do is that we tie the knot so that it is in the center of the bow, both at the top and at the bottom. We want it to be facing inwards so that the tension of the string is going the correct way. So I'm just going to do a very basic knot here. You'll see, just pull, and I'm doing that right in where my notches are. All right, so you will see I'm now knotting it on the outside. I'm bringing those tail ends back to the inside, and this is one reason why you want to make sure that you leave a nice long tail end when you make your bow. And in fact, you know what? I think I'm going to zoom in on that. So, give me just 1 second. All right, as you can see here, I've now tied it once on the inside, once on the outside, and we're going back to tie it on the inside yet again. And there we go. I might do it another few times just to be safe, but for the purposes of this demonstration, this will do. Then I'm going to take this end, and I'm going to do the exact same thing down here. Only, I am wrapping around a little differently, and I am knotting it then against this string. So, let's see. And you'll notice this is a nice taut, meaning tight, straight string, because that is going to help me then get my bow ready to fire with. And I'm going to go around and knot again. And you'll notice that each time I am knotting towards the center. Now, when I'm happy with my bow, I can always trim this, but before I do that, I would suggest that you test your bow and arrow and make sure that it works before you trim anything. So, haha! Success! Since I'm happy with how my bow has turned out, now I'll just go in with a pair of scissors and I'll snip down here so that you don't have to deal with the trailing threads, and I might snip again up here, though I think I'll knot this once or twice more just to be safe. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I look forward to seeing your finished products in photos or even videos in this case. Bye.